Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Bazaar. Now we're in season 2 with all kinds of new stuff going on, so let's see where it goes. I've played a few games already this season. It's a little rough currently. Pig is completely dominating the meta, and Dooley is not able to compete very well, but I'm still going to do my best, and we're going to try some of the fun new stuff that we got access to. Alright, so we'll just take Immolating Spark because we want the flat damage early. I'm going to try to get a rocket launcher, or I guess Firefly is fine. We could do Firefly plus Pulse Rifle. Actually, is Aiden better or Pulse Rifle? Probably Pulse Rifle. Probably go to Pyro and just double down on our fire kind of theme right now, because we could get like another Cinder for our bug. We could get a lighter, which would probably be better than Firefly, at least early on. Fire would be okay. Worst drop is Bronze Cinders, but all the rest are pretty nice. Yeah, I also I got very lucky and I got the new board in one of my first chest openings. It was like within 10, maybe within 20. I got it very quickly, so very nice. It's very cute. I like this board quite a bit, and you can it's kind of hard to make it happen because you have to like AFK a little bit, but you can make little gremlins appear. I don't know if I call them gremlins. They're like little gnome guys. They're very cute. But we'll see if we can get them to appear in the video. But basically you like use little stuff in the corner, it makes a little portal open, and then some little gnomes scamper out and sometimes appear. The problem is it seems to reset when you go to like the other people's boards, so sometimes they just disappear. So against another Dooley, they took income, so we should be able to beat this without too much issue. We'll put out quite a bit more burn than them, ideally. I don't know why this has 10. Does Welding Torch just have 10? I guess it does. Okay. Maybe? Or maybe they got like cinders on it or something? I don't know. In any case, we got stomped by an income Dooley, so that is embarrassing, but just how it is. I think Pulse Rifle wasn't the best play there, but what can you do? Maybe Aiden, although I think even with Aiden we might have just gotten exploded there. We'll check friends. So the Lost Crate event no longer gives, unfortunately, no longer gives what we would need from it, so I think we sell the Pulse Rifle and actually just take Microdave here. And by that I mean it's, where do I put it? Wait. It no longer gives silver items. So it used to be on day 1 you could click the Lost Crate and have like a guaranteed silver item. So do I kill Borear? We do put out quite a lot of burn. I'll try it. I'm still kind of limit testing, so Borear is now the gold encounter on day 2 and it's our only one, so you have to be able to beat him to get your core. Well, you don't have to, but it's very unlikely to get your core maxed out if you don't beat the Borear before your second fight, which is pretty important still. But it looks like this burn setup will beat him quite handily. He's a lot scarier than Rogue Scrapper was, so you have to be a lot more careful about whether or not you're able to beat him. Because he scales super hard, and Scrapper did basically nothing if you could out-heal his damage, which is like an Aiden or something. Okay, and we didn't actually need it because we did get 2 furry monsters, which I will take just because XP is a little bit harder to get, which we'll see soon. So we could do Ignition Core. We could also do Companion Core. I think Companion Core is fine here. We got a very like friend-themed setup going on. Right, could upgrade Dave or look for another small. Another small would be nice just to fill out our final slot before the fight. Okay, so there's the new virus. I will grab it. I'm not going to put it on board here because it is not a good idea when all my carries are smalls, but it is pretty funny, and I'll show it off in some of the fights soon. But Virus Rework is quite fun. I've been enjoying that one quite a lot. So basically what it does now is instead of destroying items, it turns other items into virus, and it poisons the person using them. So like if I used it on this board, it would turn, I mean one at a time, but it turns all these into viruses, which don't do anything useful, and just kind of hit the Vanessa in the face, which could have saved me, but it would only be if it hit the Toxic Bang. That was just a very high roll with strength. Alright, it's getting stomped so far, but that's the Dooley life currently. Do we have anything to transform? We do not, so we will check Quixel. Okay, Drill is kind of nice. We could go for like Virus still. So we'll grab the Drill. And then if we sell Lumbors, grab virus. Like, I could use it. I don't... It's a little questionable, I will admit. Um, I mean, it might be funny, at least. Okay, so we could get Ballista. Although we kind of lose, like, the burn synergy thing we got going on if I do that. I'll hold off for now. I also have, no money. Alright, so it's not good versus her, so we'll take it out for now. But against, a lot of PvE encounters, it basically, like, trivializes them. Even against Warrior, if you have a virus as your only small item and then a couple other big ones that do a little bit of damage, you'll generally win because it turns all of his items very quickly into, whatever that stuff's called, into viruses. Hopefully get rigged here. Nope, force field. Alright, well, it's worth a little bit of money at the very least. Could certainly be worse. We don't really need upgrades, so I'm just gonna grab a bronze skill. The main thing if you are running virus is to make sure you don't pick up, like, poison enhancing stuff, because it will kill you very quickly if you do so. Okay, so now what I can do... We can show off virus a little if I do this. So now we have virus, and then we've got some other medium items that won't get eaten by it. And we've also still got rocket launcher to actually use our burn skills. We'll take chem snail. We'll take chem snail. It's an additional proc for drill, and it poisons a bit more. And we're gonna have poison as our main win con at the moment. Virus is good, especially early, because a lot of people will be using small items in the first few days. They yeah, so they'll always have at least a few, and usually they tend to be pretty important. So 80 damage Regal Blade isn't really going to carry them much. So they're mainly relying on, like, Turbo Yo-Yo plus Slumbors. And interestingly, so if it hits the Yo-Yo, you'll see it. But the virus has negative enchants. Okay, well, we got a little bit unlucky here. That's all right. Didn't get to see it, but the virus has negative enchants. So they'll actually, like, hurt yourself or buff the enemy, which seems bad at first, but your virus will spread them to the things it transforms. So if you give your opponent a bunch of, like, viruses that heal the opponent, so, like, they have a bunch that will heal you, it can be quite good.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
Main upside from it is just, like, it essentially destroys your opponent's items. It has a minor downside for itself. Okay, so here's Mountain Pass. This did get changed. It no longer has a bunch of options, but instead, like, rolls the dice, and you can get... I think it's, like, a 90% chance of at least, like, a neutral or positive, and then, like, a very low chance of something negative. I think it's, like, 10%. But the negative is, it can range from, like, not actually negative to, like, losing 5% of your HP. So it can give you skills that will be, like, at the start of combat, burn yourself too, which is take 3 damage. It's basically nothing. But then you can use that burn, because it counts as you burning, so you can use it as, like, a proc for your drill or something along those lines. Upgrading virus doesn't do too much. It just makes it so that it scales more. So, like, it scales by how many are on the enemy board. We'll take quick freeze or right-handed. I'll also do sharp corner. I think I'll do sharp corners because at least it's a way to scale, which is pretty important for Dooley. They did fix docks as well, so we're back to having whatever it's called, non-bronze items available. Although I did get a bronze this time. And then we'll go to Lost Crate and grab another skill. Hopefully it's not poison. It's fine, it does nothing. That's alright. Oh, and then that is another thing. We did get duct tape back on Dooley. It is still the nerfed version, so it only works from one direction. But it with sharp corners could be a viable option for scaling something later in the game. Alright, so we can eat their... we're gonna eat their multi-tool and their friends. So it'll remove some of the multicast from the boat. Might let us live here. Okay, we're fine anyway. Virus not putting in too much work yet, but maybe at some point. Who knows? I think most of our damage right now is from, yeah, drill and then the rocket launcher burn, which is fine. Hopefully we'll get to see virus pop off pretty soon. It's very funny when it does. Unfortunately, it does not count as you poisoning when you hit the opponent with it. So, like, you can't use virus plus drill and then just, like, have the opponent turn, like, making your drill work. It still counts as the opponent doing the poisoning, unfortunately, but it's still pretty solid. Want Sabertooth? Probably not. We could go for Gorgon Noble. So they did also go through and buff or rework a lot of the enemies. So Gorgon Noble got some upgrades, so like her items work the same, but they're now gold, so she's a little scarier. But I think with Virus we should be fine. Another fun thing to note is the Virus, when it transforms another item, they keep the cooldown they were at. So if you transform something that's about to go off, it'll like immediately transform another item. It's kind of funny. Yeah, see, she's a lot scarier now, that's for sure. Toxic Blades, or Toxic Clockwork Blades is a nice pickup as well, because now it's a gold medium with an enchant on it, so you can use that in Mandala. A bit of a friend jackpot, because we are still holding on to my friend setup here in case we get Bulldozer or something along those lines. I'll take the Wasp for similar reasons. Quixel doesn't have anything else that we would want currently. I keep forgetting to get the gnomes. I'll try to do it on the next day. Nitro Hammer, okay. Nitro Hammer is a good endgame, so I'll take it. For sure. Nitro Hammer plus Petrifying Gaze is pretty solid, although I don't think it's good enough for me to just throw in yet. I could replace like Companion Core. But it is 10 seconds with no freeze, so we just gotta be on the lookout for more freezes. Let's see what we get this time. Hopefully this one will pop off. It's very funny when it works. Oh, okay, it might work. So we got Tripwire and then a whole bunch of smalls. So they don't have shot glasses, which is the main concern when you're facing like Salt Claw and stuff. And they do have an enchanted one, which this one can co-op, which is pretty funny. Yeah, see, so that one just instantly went off to transform another one, which is quite nice. There we go. Let's see, so this one says shield your opponent equal to 10 times your poison, so it means that they'll be shielding me using their viruses. And you can see now her entire board is completely worthless. You do keep like your existing status effects, obviously, so you gotta be careful to have at least some survivability. I obviously don't, but if you're playing it long term, it's very helpful. Yeah, so like if you run like a shield build with virus, it can be pretty strong. Unfortunately, we don't have access to very much healing or dually. Otherwise, it would be a pretty good option as well. Right there. So still looking for mainly freeze as our out here. I'm gonna hunt a little aggressively for it because it's pretty important. Okay. So you get Isocork and Zed Shield. We could do some interesting stuff with this and the Nitro Hammer. It is kind of expensive. I'd have to sell my bugs, which is fine, I think. You want to get all of them for the shield? Probably. So I could shield and then I could sell like the Chem Snail and grab the Isocork. I think that's maybe fine. Or do we just grab Isocork? There's no guarantee we'll use the shield, but Isocork is at least potentially useful with the nitrogen hammer. I think we kill this guy. Some of them are scary now. It's my muscle memory, as it were, is a little bit off. Oh, Ouroboros is very fun with virus because now you can run multiple. Oh, this might actually lose because of that, but that's okay. Because now you can run like multiple smalls, and then your own viruses will just heal you. And I do have the Mac thing unlocked, so I could potentially use it with this with virus, and then maybe if I can find like a shop with some of the new Mac stuff, I could potentially give myself a ton of regen, which would be pretty fun. I got it, okay. A good start, for sure. Anything we want to upgrade here? Let me just take out Companion Core and put in the Ouroboros statue for now. I think we'll just take skills at the moment because we don't, like, it doesn't matter that much. I'm a little worried about taking this in case long term we do something more with virus there. Tiny Dancer's interesting. Crit is okay. Tiny Dancer's hard to make work with what we have going on right now, though, so I'll just do Keen Eye. We're pretty poor. I will check items still because we do need. Yeah, I was gonna say we really need freeze items pretty bad. So we've got a decent setup for Nitro Hammer long term. I could grab Metro, probably worth it. Grab Metro for the rocket launcher there, and I'm gonna put this in as well because it should be fine. For poison, you gain 6 regen, and this would go up to... Oh, it'd go up a little high. So we're going to actually take out ISO. But having 2 of them means that I'll transform their whole board slightly faster. Oh, and there's a new vendor. It's like apparel items. We are too poor to go there, so I'll just grab a friend. Probably not using cybersecurity for the time being. Alright. It's fairly likely we'll run into other people running virus. It's pretty popular right now. Nope, we didn't. But they do have, unfortunately, rigged. They got a diamond crane day 6. That's kind of nuts. How will this work out? I think we'll be fine, but it's... Okay, that transform is very... Oh, right, the metronome. I forgot that that would also do it. Well, that's fine. Alright, well, as long as the crane never goes off, we live. It's a bit of an ask, but we did get there. Very nice. The regen definitely saved me. But yeah, see, these go up to 9, so it outpaces the regen, which is a little scary, but I think it's still fine. Although losing the metro is very irritating. That is one of the annoying things with the virus is you can't... It's very difficult to run it with other small items because it just eats them, right? So you gotta plan it a little bit more carefully. We are still poor. Satcom's very nice for getting more friends because we could get a number of like small freeze friends that would help us with our plan of running. Oh, we got that again. Do I just pop in Nitro Hammer at this point? I think I might. It might be better than Rocket Launcher here. Or not Nitro Hammer, Zed Shield. Yeah, I think we can do that. Pop this in. Like so. So now we have like our little virus set up, and then we also have this going on over here. We're going to check gold skills in case we get like some free stuff. It is a nice one. It doesn't work currently, but once we get rid of the virus setup and I put back in... Thug's hard to give up. And we put back in metronome, it'll be a pretty good one. So yeah, virus is like a pretty good mid-game carry for sure. Late game it gets a little trickier because people have way fewer small items by the end. And fights tend to go a lot faster, so it's hard to reliably hit all their stuff. We'll definitely keep the virus and the Ouroboros around in case we get some of the fun new Mac stuff. Because I really wanted to... I haven't been able to try that out yet, but I would love to try it with like the self-poison things. But no Mac shop quite yet. We'll check skills, but I won't reroll. I think acceleration isn't bad, but I can't really afford to sell any of those. I don't think it's good enough. Also, I'm playing way too fast, so we're never going to see the little goobers. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Ice 9000 is also... Okay, we got like a decent ice setup going on. We'll do one more fight with poison, and then I think we'll... Or the virus, and I think we'll swap them out after that. Okay. So we're against them. Okay, so this is like the current extremely meta pig build is just like hogwash and then lemonade stand, because like... It's not too bad with this current setup, but once these get enchanted, they just like loop each other infinitely and it goes crazy. And they give you... This thing gives absurd amounts of regen, like comedic amounts of it. So he's... we're basically just going to be sitting here looking at him until we get to enough damage to one-shot him, although I don't know if we'll have enough time to get there. It's like... Yeah, he just gets like 800 regen. It's a lot. He also heals for 10% of his HP every time it goes off. It's goofy. Because they basically, they reworked a lot of Pig's items to work with regen as well as healing. It seems to be a direction that they're pushing him. And unfortunately, that has meant that he's currently insanely overtuned, at least for this patch. He's got like a ton of infinites. He gets like infinite health, infinite regen. It's a lot. It's a lot. Alright, so we'll do something like this for the... Do I want in Ice Knight? He's not... I don't think Ice 9000 is good enough right now, actually. We'll do something like that. So we want the coolant to go off as much as possible, which charges the nitrogen hammer, which charges the drill to help the coolant, etc. He just wants the huge things. Bomb Squad probably not going to do too much for us here. I guess it fills out the board, but I'm going to take it off just in case we run into like a virus or something. I could take out Isocork for Ice 9000, but he's just so slow, and we already have our payoff of Nitrogen Hammer. We'll take loot item, I guess. Not great, but is what it is. There's Dragon. Do we beat Dragon? Probably not. I don't know if we scale fast enough. Rock had some of their stuff reworked, so it's a little better. I will try Dragon because I think it's pretty impactful if we can get it, but I'm not sure how good our scaling is quite yet. The upgraded Dragon a little bit. He's got better claws now. So he'll do, in fact, slightly more damage than he did before, and he was already doing quite a bit, but not the end of the world. So our ISO doesn't do anything, actually, which is a bit of a shame. Does it? No, ISO does nothing, so it's just kind of sitting there. But we're doing way more damage than I thought we would, which is nice. Took out the dragon, no problem. Dragon Wing probably not going to be used in our current setup.
The Bazaar's a crazy
I think Gearnola is at least like a little bit of scaling, and it gives some extra survivability, so it's not terrible. I could put in Zord for like extra nitrogen hammer cooldown reduction, but I think it's fine. Large. Are there any larges we would want? I would like one to like make the shield multicast, but are there any? Like, what would I even want? We could get... It'd basically just be bunker, and I don't even know. I'd have to like drop a bunch of stuff to try to get the... I don't think it's worth it. We'll just fight a monster. Joyful Jack, I don't think it's any freeze-related stuff at the moment. We could get Toxic Succulents and reroll it. We could get Poppy Field and kind of pivot to like a drill Poppy Field thing, although I think what we have now is working fairly well. An exchange doesn't do anything right now, but it could potentially in the future if we get like a heal enchant on this and like a poison, etc. That does effectively nothing. That's okay. There's a heal enchant. So they did buff healing, so they're kind of all like mini ointment now. So every time you heal at all, any amount, it cleanses 10% of your debuffs. So it goes kind of crazy. So I could put that on the Nitro Hammer. Which I think I might. It gives us a little bit more time to survive. What's the other option? The other option would be something like buffing the drill more, although I don't know if I'm keeping the drill long term. I think we'll just start with the heal on Nitro Hammer just to keep me alive a little longer. And if I can get it looping fast enough, it'll help me with cleansing all the crap the pig is inevitably going to be dumping on me here. Because not only does he get infinite health and regen from these, but that's just part of the kit. And so, okay, so he doesn't have any of the new stuff. That's just fine. But he also can enchant them to do a ton of damage. Love to get Eggloo here because it would work with shield, actually. I think we should be fine just because of how much the Nitrogen Hammer is going to scale. Yeah, now watch. When I hit the thing, we'll see it cleanses like, well, I guess he cleansed a bunch of the burn much more than it used to. Some form of crit scaling would also be nice. I do have the fire one, but I don't have any fire items currently. There we go. Nitrogen Hammer. Coming in clutch. We also have Coolant, of course, that help with the burn. So overall, I think the new patch is okay. I like some of the ideas that they were going with, but it's definitely a bit of a struggle currently with how they've buffed Pig. Way too much yet again. Seems to be a common recurring issue, unfortunately. We want the Firefly. I was just thinking like we could use the Firefly for like next to the drill for like these, but it doesn't do much for my overall plan currently, which is freeze. So I think we skip. However, I do love a lot of the new like animations and the aesthetics and all that stuff. So the art team, as always, have killed it this time. They're always so good. Like this new board looks lovely, and then there's a new Dooley skin in the shop, which looks extremely cute. It's like a little he's got like a little goober. He's like a little worm or something. I don't know. He's like holding them up. It's very cute. He's like a little arborist or something. Anyway, this guy's also now gold. They haven't buffed it at all. They just made it gold because it's harder than the other encounters that were on this day. This could just delete me, but okay, we got there. We're good. One shot one kill would be interesting. I could put it on Nitrogen Hammer and then take out Drill. And if we get enough freeze, it would work pretty well. But No such luck. We don't really care about shielding. We don't do any slow. Are there any dually skills I'd want? This is kind of a brutal shop. No, these all kind of suck. I guess we'll just click this one.
What's the hack today?
I don't have any core anymore. I sold it, so none of these do anything. I'll just take well-oiled machine because it doesn't get in the way, or it's not positive or negative. It's just there. Okay, so fiber optics is one of the ones I was looking for. So now we can put coolant over here, put fiber optics here, and now the drill will loop our fiber optics. Oh, look at this shot. Amazing. All right. So now the drill will loop, hit fiber optics, which will set off the nitrogen hammer more often. And we're all the way down to 8 seconds on this because this is a 20% coolant reduction. It also works on coolant as well. I'm going to click this because we could potentially get... Oh, this is actually interesting. I want to see if this works the way I think it does. So light bulb got reworked as well. So it now is like a chargy kind of item. It's similar. It's like a kind of a backwards battery, but it only charges for one. It says when you buy this, get a small tech item. I don't know if it'll enchant it. It did not, but that's okay. This is one of the new pig items as well. It's extremely busted. It doesn't really work very well in our current build, so I'm just going to sell it, but it's very strong. And there are some funny things you can do with it, like you can use like the toy shop to get model ship and yo-yo, and that's pretty much enough to power something larger if you need to. Very strong. All right, so we're against fiery cold room, snow globe, hot springs. Okay. I think we should be fine because we are cleansing a lot with coolant and our big nitro hammer, and also Aiden as well. I still just need a slightly better way to loop all this stuff, and then I think we're in a pretty good spot. He's gonna burn us a ton, and then we'll just coolant it away. Bonk. You see, pigs are getting like tons and tons of regen now, and that's again without any even the reworked or new stuff. Just very strong. You can very easily make infinite loops because there'll be ones like sauna is like when you heal. I don't know why I clicked this. I don't think there's anything here I want. When you burn, heal, and then you could put that next to hogwash. That's like when you heal, burn like a fiery hogwash, and then it just infinite loops it instantly. It's pretty brutal. I want any... I could use like an Uzi instead of this. Oh, forklift also got reworked. I'm going to try to make it work at some point, but it's a little slow for the current extremely annoying pig meta because it doesn't scale and there's no way to like freeze or anything. Lord Arkan did get reworked as well. He's a little scarier now. And wavering would be nice with sharp corners, so it'd be nice if we could get that. They also gave him like flurry of blows and a vitality potion. Flurry of blows in particular can like charge the Gatling guns really quickly, which makes him quite spooky if he manages to get those off. But with freeze, he's not too bad still. I keep forgetting to use the board. I'm sorry. I'm too distracted. Focusing on the game too much. Gatling gun probably not going to get used here. Mainly just looking for, excuse me. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I was trying to upgrade Hayden, but that's fine too. Mainly just looking for like cooldown reduction or similar there. Smalls and large. Yeah, I still need like a upgraded fiber optics and a upgraded coolant. So we will look through here. And there's the coolant. Okay. So you can do some fun stuff with 3D printer and fiber, which I might do. Yeah, I think we need to drop the this setup. So I'll look for an Uzi and then we could grab... It'll be very similar to that other build I ran before, but... I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do in this current wacky world. Still hanging on to that in case we get the poison set up, but it's seeming less and less likely now that it'll be necessary. Fortunately, Arc Blaster is not going to cut it. Also, we're going to be facing almost entirely pigs from this point on, I would guess. The vast majority of people right now have figured out that pig is busted and are abusing it. Here we go. So fiery hogwash, and they got like an obsidian money tree. And Awashi Wallybird is also extremely strong now. Might get him still. Come on. Hey, we got there. We beat him. Yeah, because the Washy Wally Bird also now gives regen, which double triggers Hogwash, which triggers its enchant, which blah, blah, blah. So you can see it output 700 burn while barely doing anything. So it's pretty brutal. We'll check Top's clocks. I still need fiber upgraded. So I could upgrade fiber. I could also upgrade printer. We don't know if we're using printer for sure yet, so I will just do the fiber because it's guaranteed to end up in the final build. So now every time this goes off, it'll charge this it'll charge it over half, so quite powerful there. Nothing there. So yeah, we mainly need like an Uzi potentially. I could also get, what's the thing called? I could get Pen FT from a light bulb or something, which would allow me to, it's basically an Uzi that doesn't do damage. And it's a tech item. Use that for some synergies with Dooley. It's one of the new pig items. But for the time being, we're doing reasonably well with our freeze setup. Yeah, drill is, or nitrogen hammer's putting in some real work. So it's definitely one of Dooley's main, one of Dooley's main viable items right now. I could take out the shield for that other little guy, the thrusters now if I need to. It's slightly less, but okay, we can get Pen FT here. Oh, we got Speedrunner again. Sadly, not going to cut it. I mean, it's pretty much always worth it to buy a basic light bulb because it'll always pay for itself because it gives you a small item, a small tech item of the same rarity. And so, you know, it's sorry, I'm just looking at this. Okay, fine. Of the same rarity, and so it'll be, you know, the value that you sell it for is half what you buy it for, so you get two things, so it sells for the same thing you bought it. So it's always nice to just look at, okay, I think we're selling this at this point. I'm sorry. Goodbye, virus. So Uzi could potentially work here. We're gonna test it on the next PvE, because I know this will work, and I don't know that the other one will work yet.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Right, let's see. So we were against the... so this is a new Vanessa item. This is the Tortuga. He's basically like friend Railgun, but Vanessa got him for some reason. But when you use another friend, charge it too. It does similar damage levels to Railgun, and then it also hastes everything, which is quite strong. Luckily we have freeze lockdown, so didn't even get to go off. Shot classes were unchanged from the previous season for some reason, and so were essentially bees. So we might run into some of those as well. So I was going to test out this setup again. This is basically the same as that other video I did. But, we'll see if it works out this time. I mean, it worked last time, too. I wouldn't be surprised if it works this time. Oh, I messed up the placement here. So this is going to go off and charge this. The main thing we need to do is get this upgraded for this sort of setup. It might not be as fast as drill, we'll see. So we miss out on this coolant as well. Or the coolant is as slightly higher cooldown, but it's still under 4, so I think it should be fine. So you're going to... And we also are limited by the ammo on our Uzi a little bit, which can be a little freaky in longer fights. Okay, that works extremely well. I think that's probably better than the drill setup just because of how fast it goes off. Main thing we need is to upgrade 3D printer so that it gets a lower cooldown, and our fiber optics will double trigger. Or will have a higher, you know what I mean, more charging. It'll do more charging. Sorry if I sound a little off today. I'm very tired. Not get much sleep. Okay, so they also unnerfed Robo Factory. I am not likely using it here, but it is a pretty crazy pickup. So it's back to where it was like several patches ago, where it's diamond only, but it no longer has like the nerf on it, so it no longer like messes with your cooldowns. I'll grab it just because it sells for a ton. So yeah, if you can get it, it is extremely good with bug builds, friend builds, and pretty much any friend build wants it now, which is quite nice. I actually like it that way. It seems a little silly because now it's like extremely strong compared to where it was, but I like it better when it's like a cool, rare payoff rather than being something you're seeing all the time. You also need to have enough money to buy it, so you have to manage your econ, etc. As I said, it's going to be all pigs. This one is the Pig's Gym. So they also buffed Pig's Gym for some reason, and it's now insanely strong. He also has, what's this thing, knife tricks. So this could be freaky, but we do have pretty good freeze lockdown, so I think we should be fine. Hey, we did it. Okay. Getting these upgraded, it would make a huge difference. And we will get there, because at 16 we get the free upgrade regardless of everything else. Getting the vehicle skills would also be pretty nice, because then I could use it with thrusters to give us like a bunch of crit or cooldown reduction. And I will hunt here just for any additional upgrades we could get. We don't really need any weapons right now, so I'm just going to grab some extra HP for our final fight. Well, potentially final. I guess we could have up to like 2 more. I think we should beat Volkus Enforcer. It's a little freaky because we only have like 4 items, I guess. They did nerf him a little bit, so his Icebreaker's no longer quite as strong. It used to be gold, I believe, so now now he's only beating you up with the silver one. So if you freeze him, it's not nearly as devastating as it was before, because he would scale a ton off of it. There we go. Would love to get reaching the summit would be amazing here, because we would love the extra crit from it. First fun. I could put it in instead of this for a similar setup to what I had before, but since this isn't Radiant, I think we will not do so. I guess we'll upgrade Metronome just in case we run into something that's like a bonk or a slow, and it'll help keep the Uzi hasted, because this guy doesn't go off quite often enough to perma haste the Uzi. But with this setup, we should have okay. None of these do anything except Insect Wing, and I'm just gonna put it on the Uzi itself just for like a marginally faster start, 0.1 seconds. Another pig, as you can see, is all pigs, man. He's all pigs, and like a couple Vanessas. But I think this should beat most of the meta pig setups, except for the infinite ones. He's got luxury tents, and then a bunch of freeze, and he does have Nitro Hammer, which is kind of scary. But as long as we're able to lock him down, I think we're fine. Yeah, okay, we got the lockdown. So we should be fine. Look at that. It's basically that other build I ran last time. It feels a little stronger than it, though, to be honest, because Parasphere locks down your own board, which can give them like an opportunity to hit back once it wears off, but Coolant just straight up kills them. Well, there we go. Very fun build. You got to see a little bit of the new items like Virus, etc. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.